Well, it's the beginning of a new year, and most of us have some serious decluttering goals that we want to achieve in the next 12 months. However, sometimes when we go to get started, we look around, we see all of our clutter, all of this stuff that we have to deal with. It's not uncommon to feel overwhelmed or even a little defeated before you even get started. And so I love what Dana from A Slob Comes Clean says. She says, start with the easy stuff. When we look at our clutter, we have a way of imagining that it's all hard and difficult. But she says there is always easy stuff in any given space. So today we're going to talk about 22 easy things that you can declutter here at the start of this new year so that you can free up some space in your house, get some decluttering wins, and feel motivated as we head into this new year. Well, hi, I'm Dawn from The Minimal Mom. If we haven't met before, I'm married to Tom and we have 4 kids, ages 8 through 12. And we've lived as minimalists for about 7 years now, and we love it. It just keeps getting better and better. And so we love sharing tips and tricks to help you simplify your home quickly. With that being said, I also have to say thank you so much for all of the kind words and comments on last Friday's video where we celebrated 500,000 subscribers and kind of did a look back over the last 4 years in all of our videos. Just so you know, when you comment and subscribe and give thumbs up on anyone's videos that you want to support, it actually makes a difference. This is what showed up on my screen when I logged into YouTube. So your comments, everything that you do that to share our videos and support us, it really does make a difference. And so can I ask a quick favor? If you haven't done so already, would you subscribe? It doesn't really matter, and it's not even going to change your feed or anything like that, but I do think it gives credibility to what it is that we're doing, and it's like a vote of support that yes, these ideas, they really do work and they really can change lives. And so, like I said, many of us have big goals heading into this new year, and I really want to see you be successful getting your home decluttered so that you can enjoy the benefits. So let's talk about 22 easy things that you can declutter here at the start of 2022 to really get started on the right foot. Okay, well, we normally start in the kitchen. Maybe we shouldn't start in the kitchen today. Let's head to the bedroom because there is something that I have never done. Okay, so it is the beginning of the new year. And what are you supposed to do at the beginning of the new year? You're supposed to flip all your hangers backwards, right? So that you know, like this is clear evidence if you are wearing these clothes or not. Before we even get started, this isn't even a decluttering thing, I guess. Flip all of your hangers backwards, but something you can declutter while you're in there are unused and extra hangers. Ones that are just random, like wire hangers that you don't even use, or any other extras you have. Because we don't actually need more hangers, right? Throughout the course of this year, hopefully we're gonna be simplifying our wardrobe more, so get rid of those extra hangers. While you're in there, just make a quick pass. Is there anything that you have not worn in the last year? If it has hang tags on it, it's a pretty good sign. Now, back in 2020, remember that year, we didn't know if we were gonna come back to wear some of this stuff again. The dress clothes, the smaller size clothes, but now we have a much better grid. We've had 2 years of this under our belt. So if there are clothes that you clearly are not wearing, please, can we just part with them now? Start the new year off on a fresh foot and not have stuff hanging in our closet that's gonna taunt us. Another super easy thing we can declutter are socks with holes in them or any other undergarments that have holes in them or are stretched out beyond good wearing anymore. So if there's any like workout clothes or athletic stuff or swimsuits that, you know, over time the elastic just goes bad. But this is a good thing. This makes it an easy decision. If it is worn out or stretched out, part with it now because you don't need that kind of stuff in the new year. And then also make a quick pass through your pajamas and at home clothes. Basically, my grid for it now is if I had to answer the door wearing this, would I be embarrassed if someone saw me in it? If I would be, I'm gonna pass that stuff on because I have plenty of other stuff that I could wear and I don't need to have stuff that doesn't make me feel good. Okay, so that was kind of like our own bedrooms. Let's talk about kids' bedrooms real quick, and then we're gonna move on to storage spaces and kitchens. So this is the perfect time of year to declutter toys because new toys have just come in. So let's just look for old toys that are broken, have missing pieces, or that your kids have outgrown. It's important that we always have toys for the current age and stage that they are. So if they were old toys that they don't play with anymore, either we donate them or we put them in the memory bin. If they're super special, toss it in the memory bin. We'll hang on to those. But if they've just outgrown it, let's pass it on so other kids can make use of it. And while you're in there, you might want to look for obvious trash and garbage too. We filled a whole trash bag in our boys' room just this past weekend. So kids are naturally like collectors of stuff. So just make a quick pass through with a black trash bag and you can get a ton out as well. Okay, why don't we stop by living spaces before we head to the bathroom and kitchen? So let's look for old magazines and catalogs or newspapers that we can pass on. Why not start with a clean slate for the new stuff that will come in and recycle all of that old stuff? We can also look for old pet toys and supplies that they aren't using anymore as well. And before we leave this space, how about any books that you're clearly not using? Now, I would not put books in an easy category, but like Dana says, in every category there are easy things. So there are probably at least a dozen books that you are not using or are very unlikely to ever visit again. So why not just look for 10 or 12 that you can part with right now and clear up a little bit of space on your bookshelves? Okay, I don't know why I'm avoiding the kitchen. Let's go to the bathroom first and then we'll come to kitchens. Okay, so I actually just recently did a bathroom purge. Let's first look at like self-care stuff, like candles, essential oils, even like fancy lotions that are meant to like care for ourselves. If you don't love it, let's part with it. So if you don't love the smell, you don't love how it feels on your skin, or you just simply never put that essential oil in the diffuser, let's agree to part with that stuff now. Again, I would very much put this in the easy category because you don't like it. And we don't need to keep stuff that we don't like because it never gets used, right? As well as jewelry that you haven't used in the past year or two. I was amazed when I went through my jewelry recently. I had forgotten there were some earrings in the back. And when I actually thought about it, I was like, wow, I have not worn those in a year and a half. That was remarkable to me. Time flies by, right? And if you have not worn it or used it in the last couple of years, it's just so unlikely that we're going to use it in the future. So let's clear out the extra stuff, let the stuff we do wear on a regular basis be front and center, and we'll keep wearing that and we'll let the other stuff go. Also, if you have any old eyeglasses, let's donate those now. Most places where you get an eye exam, you can also donate them. So pass them on so someone else can make use of them. Okay, heading into the kitchen now. Again, we're looking for easy stuff that kind of takes up a lot of space. So how about plastic bags? We had gotten so good at using reusable bags, and then we started doing grocery pickup. And it's such a bummer. At Aldi, they'll do paper bags, but at Walmart, you just get a gazillion plastic bags, and it really bums me out. I'm hoping they're gonna come up with a solution for that, but you can recycle them. So pull out all those extras, leaving just the amount that you would actually use. And then, like I said, we also end up with tons of paper bags too. So clean those out and recycle those so that we have space as we go into the new year to accumulate more. Similarly, plastic cups, mugs, water bottles, and travel mugs can all accumulate. You might have even got a new one for Christmas recently, right? And so let's make a quick pass through getting rid of any of like the cheap plastic cups that we don't need, any water bottles that you're clearly not using, or any mugs that just don't have meaning. Again, I have mugs that are very special to me now. I'm gonna keep those, but there's others that come in that have no value to me anymore. So I'm gonna move that stuff out, again, knowing that it's gonna clear up some space in my cabinet, so it's very easy to put stuff away when I'm unloading the dishwasher. We can also make a pass clearing off the front and the side of the fridge. So quite a while ago, I just decided that, I think because I don't like visual clutter, that we were just gonna keep the front of our fridge clear. And it feels so good. I love how our kitchen feels when the front is cleared off, but you do you, it's up to you. But the side can then sometimes still accumulate stuff. Remember, we still use the memory bin. So if it's super special, I throw it in the memory box. But otherwise, some of the other stuff can get tossed in the garbage, and that's totally okay. Now, I wasn't sure if I should put technology cords in the kitchen or another space in the house, but we keep ours in the kitchen and they have multiplied like crazy. But here's what you'll find with all these charging cords for things is that there's like 3 universal styles. And so you don't have to keep all of them because they're interchangeable between devices. So just look at the end of the cord, and if you have many multiples of the same style, you can get rid of the extras because you'll still have plenty and be able to charge and connect anything that you need to. Okay, so lastly in the kitchen, we probably have to talk about like old freezer food. So Cass from Clutterbug has said this, like she'll have nights of the week where they like literally just try to eat up all of the random stuff in the freezer or the fridge. And I love that. We're not as disciplined about it as she is, but every once in a while I do say, okay, we're gonna use up everything in the freezer, get back to square one in our upstairs fridge freezer. We're gonna use it all up before we order any more frozen stuff that has to go in there. And so sometimes you end up with some really random meals, but it feels good to use it up. But if it is way past using it, let's just toss it now. Again, we want to head into the new year with a clean slate and not have to worry or feel bad about all that old stuff in there. Okay, so let's head into like storage spaces or other like miscellaneous stuff. How about things that we wanted to return, but we have missed the return window? Doesn't it feel, I hate that, right? Like knowing you wasted money. Now, sometimes you can contact them. Actually, you can contact Amazon and they will often extend it for you, but we have to decide, is it worth the effort? Are you actually going to do that? And so we're just going to agree to cut our losses and let it go. Now, if you're not in a position to be able to cut losses right now, okay, then we're going to pull it out and we're going to agree that today we're going to contact them to see about still returning it. But regardless, don't put it off another day. Either donate it or deal with it, but today is the last day. We're done with those items. Another thing that might slip into the little bit more difficult category is Christmas gifts that you got that you know you aren't going to use. Again, could we agree just to deal with those today? Let's either sell it or donate it or put it in a regifting bin so that we don't have to feel guilty every time we see it that we're not using it. How about furniture in storage? Again, we want to go into the new year with a clean slate. So if you have furniture that has been in storage that you're not using, what is going to change over the course of the next few months that's going to cause you to use it? And if the answer is nothing, let's say, you know what, it's been quarantined, it's been time tested, it's been set away, and I haven't used it. So let's agree to either put it for free, donate it, or put it on Marketplace. Again, often you can drag it up to your porch and put like $2 on it and it will be gone. Like, see you later, right? So let's agree to part with that stuff now because that's a big win. That's going to free up a lot of space in your storage spaces. Okay, unused games and puzzles. You know if you're not using these things. Sometimes we get nostalgic or we think, I really hoped I was going to use it. But if you're really stuck on this, a tactic that you can use, it's similar to like, you know, turning your hangers backwards in your closet, is put a Post-it note on all the boxes of games and puzzles. And when you use them, you remove the Post-it note. So it's very clear that you've used it and played it. And then in the next 3 to 6 months or a year, any games that still have the Post-it note on it, then it's a clear sign that you can donate those. Okay, extra boxes and mailing, shipping container things. Now, through the holidays, I keep extra. Let's agree on either a set amount or a space where you keep those and only keep what comfortably fits in there. And then now it's safe to let the rest of those go. Ooh, extra organizing containers. So again, we were working in the boys' room this past weekend and there was a bunch of extra bins and organizing containers. And I'm like, these have to leave the house. Otherwise they will fill up again. Stuff that holds stuff will hold stuff. Okay, wow, that's everything. So really, like truly, most of these things are fairly simple and they're gonna make a huge difference, not only how your house feels, but how you feel about yourself, that you're making progress and you're seeing some results this new year. If you are looking for more support, I highly encourage you to check out our Take Your House Back course. It's just so much fun. It's so good. You get such great advice. We have heard so many testimonies from friends who have said, I was stuck, I couldn't move past, I was indecisive, I had a lot of sentimental stuff, all the different scenarios. And we have been able to help them move past this. And I really think it's because of Dana, Cass, and I coming together and talking through these things together, sharing our best tips together. There is just something about that collaboration that is so special and so effective. So if you just feel really stuck or you want some support and community around this process, I highly encourage you to check that out. We have other resources too that I'll link to down below. And of course you can keep just watching our videos and we're gonna be here to cheer you on and encourage you too. But I'm excited for you. This is the year. Like, you can declutter your home. We have come out of the last 2 years with a much clearer idea of what we use and what we don't use, what makes us feel safe and secure and what doesn't, right? So we're gonna use that knowledge as we head into this new year and it's gonna be so good. All right, I love you. I hope that you have a great day and I'll see you again soon.